Hi everyone, good morning or good night, wherever you are in the world. I wanted to do something a little different today. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. What a time to be alive. It still feels really bizarre and strange that we're all going through this, and everyone's going through it differently, but as a collective, we are all in this together. And as Earthlings, I think it's just going to bring us one step closer together. If you feel like you're in this alone, please take a moment to confide in someone, let them know how you're feeling, get out a journal, reflect on your thoughts, and take this moment to thank the universe for where you are in your life right now. Be thankful that you have a shelter over your head, that if you have food, that you've got internet, and there's some people that don't have all three on a day-to-day basis besides from what's going on out there in the world right now. Now it feels right to do this video. I've got my tarot cards with me and I'm going to pull some cards from the deck and do a reading. I wanted to ask the universe a few questions for guidance on everyone's behalf. The biggest question being, what is the one message that the universe has for us right now in this time? My second question is, what should we be doing right now? What should we be doing right now? I know a lot of us feel lost, unsure, and I think a lot of people are sort of now starting to delve more deeper into themselves, returning to the hobbies that they once had. I think we're going to go through a lot more of a creative time, and that things are going to be seen in a little bit more of a different perspective moving forward. We saw a lot of us being away from home. We all definitely value the time that we have at home. Everyone's going through their own life lessons. Work through the challenges that there might be, all the moving parts within your household, and also appreciating the time that you have with your family, or if you're living alone with yourself. I don't know about you empaths out there, but I definitely felt like there was this sort of hum in the background, and that noise just started getting louder and louder. It felt like something was off, something was coming, and I think this is a shift that we all really needed collectively in the world. To those of you who have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to you. I know how it feels, thinking back of, wow, what would this person's reaction would be if they were still alive to experience this. And to those who have lost their loved ones because of it, I can't really say the word. All social media platforms are acting a little strange with videos whenever it's mentioned, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my heart goes out to you. I know what it feels like, and I know that it's rough. Everyone has their own way of coping and going through grief, and sometimes it just never goes away. But know that they're always there with you. They'll be there with you forever. So if you need a moment to think about them, to reflect on them, to reach out to them, talk to them, they're always there, they're always listening, and they're only here to help you and watch you grow and become a better person and help you reach your life goals on this planet. So I don't know about you, but I feel like we all need some clarity. Want to know what is the one message, the most ultimate message that the universe has for us right now in April 2020. What is the number one message that the universe has for us in April 2020? This will not be a specific spread. Kind of just want to do a question, pick a card. If I need some clarifiers, I will pull them. What is the one message? What is the most important message Okay, so what is the one most important message that the universe has for us? And I pulled the 10 of Discs. The card says wealth, but it's obvious that there's a lot more going on. I feel like this is a card of abundance, that we're seeing abundance in lots of different ways. It's like a new chapter. Literally, spring is happening. We're seeing that there is growth with the grains, that the flowers are blooming, and you see a rainbow in the center. And to me, what that looks like is as if something from outside sources is coming in. Something from outside sources is coming in. So whether that be from the literal heavens, or someone you know, or a financial institution, something that's coming from outside of you into your household, into your pockets. And so you're seeing that well. The well to me is like your savings. In this image, there's a well, and I think what this means is we're going to be very frugal. It's like we're dipping into our savings, but that there's just enough in there to get us by. It doesn't feel like a negative card, although I know for some times might be really, really tough to be in a lot of financial constraint, but the help that you're needing is coming to you, whether it be from outside sources or something that you've always had. It's going to be quick and swift, and those funds are going to come just in the nick of time. However, we're having a lot of growth, so perhaps we're being a little bit more frugal on what it is that we're spending our money on. We're being very careful. Almost makes me think of us going back into older times, picking up gardening. We don't normally garden, and to make sure that we have what it is, creating opportunities for ourselves to make sure that we have all the essential needs that we need in our life. It's just overall your resources, everything that's around you is being used in a different and more meaningful way. I feel like there's just a lot of purposefulness in our approach. So the universe is saying the one message right now, in order to ride things out, be more resourceful, be more purposeful with your spending, in what you're eating, with the things that you have at this moment at your disposal. And to those of you who may be pinching, keep pressing on. The universe is here with you, and they're going to help you push through this. It's going to be a test. You will succeed, and you have resources that will help bring wealth into your household, and you're going to find creative ways of doing that to help your family get by. Okay. Next question. My next question. What is our mission on Earth as a collective? What do we need to be doing right now during this time? Oh, looks like this guy wants to come out. And I'm going to pull you out too, because I feel like I should. I'll have the link of the deck that I'm using in the description box. Okay. So the first card that wanted to come out was the Four of Swords, and then coupled with that was the Knight of Discs, and that's the supporting card. So starting off with the main answer to our question, what do we need to be doing right now as a collective? It says the word truce. I feel like we're coming to a compromise. There's a lot of us that have different thoughts and objections. Looking at the news right now, there's a lot of protests going on in the States and Brazil. People feel like they really need to have control over their rights, over their financial standing, and I feel like this card is probably to do with us and our governing bodies. Coming to a compromise, understanding that we're not in a position that I think anyone wants to be in, and we're going to stay on the defensive with the shield and keep the peace. There's an opportunity from this for all of us to have our say, to have our voices heard. Moments of clashing where we're speaking up, they're noticing it, and as long as we have an understanding, we come to an understanding and our voices are heard, that we'll have this unity. I feel like this card has a lot of tension. So right now what we need to be focusing on is making sure that we are doing the research that we need to, making sure that we are being valued as a whole. We're more than just numbers, and numbers don't define us. We are human beings, and I feel like our health should be put above everything else. The working bees are what makes up the beehive, and without us, things wouldn't work the way they do. And so we're seeing that already. There's a lot of tension, and I think what we need to do is make sure that when we do speak up, we're speaking up with the best intentions in mind. And ultimately, it's not for rebellion, it's for being respected and making sure that these constructs are seeing eye to eye with us, to really start building and working together and feeling a true sense of democracy. This may not be on all parts of the world, but some more than others that may have had conflicts are going to be coming together, reuniting or strengthening their bonds of unity. Yeah, I think overall we should just ride the wave in a respectful way. Now at the center of it all, there is this flower, and it's almost like the calm during the storm. Making sure that we are resting, that we are taking the time to recover right now. It's not always the hustle and bustle, and to just take this time to recharge. The supporting card that we got was the Knight of Discs. Having stability, having purposefulness in standing your ground, having a firmer grasp on what it is that you're doing. Perhaps maybe not the philosophical question of what's the meaning of life, but in general, what are you doing right now? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your efforts? Certain situations that may come up, wondering if it's worth your energy, and making the right decisions to give you that balance that you're needing. So again, I feel like it's just a lot of purposeful, mindful, choosing how to react. It's really putting us to the test in a mental perspective. A lot of hard work right now and ahead. Again, and we're seeing that repeating pattern of the grain that's growing. With hard work, there will definitely be a moment to reap rewards. This is not yet the time to reap them, but I feel like this is the time where you're saying you've got your blood, sweat, and tears in this moment on what it is that you're working towards. Any goals that you may have had before the self-isolation, don't lose sight of those things. Stay on track. Try and have some form of structure to hold on to and to keep your mind working. Don't be a sleeping sheep. And last question, message from the universe. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? As in, what do we expect? What's our takeaway? That's a good one. What's our takeaway from all of this? Universe, what is our takeaway from all the things that we're experiencing as Earthlings, as a collective, right now in this trying time of 2020? Okay, so our takeaway is the Empress. This image alone is still reflecting the repeating patterns of start, finish, turning over a new leaf. We've got day and night, everything that embodies us, the world, all together as one, as beings. And we're seeing this sort of synchronicity, this coming together, this unity with ourselves, returning to nature, growth, new beginnings with the pregnancy. I feel like this is us. Where we're going from here is we're rebuilding ourselves, our economy, our world structures, societies. I feel like it's also a change of perspective. I don't know about you guys, if you've been brushing up on all the videos that are out there right now on YouTube in the community, but everyone's talking about a realization and a great awakening that we're all experiencing right now. And look at that light emanating around her. This is us. With this, you are seeing an enlightened perception of life. I think we're going to be coming out of this looking at things in a whole new perspective. And during this time of reevaluation, these aren't going to be things that are going to later be out of sight, out of mind. It's going to help shape the way that we live in the future. Things are not going to be the same way as they were, and we're really going to soar. You're seeing the bird taking flight, how she's holding that flower in her hand, just really appreciating everything around her. Now, it's not common for birds to sit on your lap, so there's going to be this trust that's going to be built between ourselves and outside influences, with nature, a lot of reuniting, returning back to the old ways, really respecting our surroundings, our environment, being more connected with nature, especially after being stuck inside 24/7. And in the clearing, you're going from dark to light. So the direction that we're heading in is good. It's prosperous. It's beauty. It's self-actualization. It's growth. And if we're talking about the balances of masculinity and femininity, we are seeing this shield right here with the feminine sign. And I think what that means is that we're going to be moving forward, leading more with the heart than the mind. Guys, that emanation, that crown, that bright light all around her, that's us. And that's our connection that's going to grow with spirit. You know, never has something ever happened this way. We were all in this big shift as a collective. Billions of people going through the same thing right now in this point of time. And we're all doing this shift together. I'm getting goosebumps. We're all doing this shift together. And it's hard, but push through it, because it's going to be beautiful when we get there. Wow. I've got some really great happy vibes from this. I know it really sucks right now, but it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. I hope you receive this message well. I hope it picks you up. We've got nothing but good things in store. And if you're ever feeling like you're in a funk during all of this, play back this video, because we have a lot of really great things coming for us. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is a special message from the universe for everyone. And so I'd love for you to share this with everyone you know and who you think of that comes to mind that would appreciate a video like this. Please subscribe, click the notification bell to be up to date with my latest videos. And thank you so much for watching.